Hi, everyone. I'm not sure. I think we're live now. I'm pretty sure we're live. And yes, we are. Yay, 6 seconds. Welcome, everyone, and happy New Year. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I had to resend the StreamYard link to myself, having a few tech issues here. So that's okay. If that's the biggest issue we have at the beginning of the year, that is just fine with me. Welcome all to 2024. I'm going to go ahead here. I'll turn comments on here so I can see you guys. Hi, Anne. Hi, Lisa. Happy New Year. Yay. So we will get to readings in a couple of minutes. I always like to do a little intro, let everybody kind of log on. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. Guys, I know you all are on here for readings and I sound like a negative Nancy. Happy New Year. But I like it when we all can say hi first. And in this case, we're saying hi for 2024 for the first time. Happy New Year. And also just, a little something to set the tone as we get started each week, I think is really important too. Because I know everybody gets on for free and live readings, but the truth is that there's so much more that goes with this. There's so much that goes to it. So, like I will choose who spirit guides me to today, even though I would love to give everyone a reading. And the other thing is that, spirit knows exactly who needs what at the perfect time. So if you don't get a reading today, then you will get a reading either from myself or someone else at a later time when it is the perfect time for spirit. Maybe not the perfect time you think, but the perfect time because spirit knows better. Okay. The other thing is we are embarking on a brand new year. And so I always like to take a few minutes and, sort of get patiently started with everyone before we hop into readings. Hi, Allison. Hi, Leanne. Hi, Donna. Hi, Melody. Welcome. With a couple announcements and also with just, in this case, guys, we're starting a whole new year. So I just want to mention a couple things to you that I shared with my clients. Hi, Regan, that my clients and I actually worked on prior to the new year. And that is preparing to set yourself up for success, whatever that means for you this year. Okay. So, that means, have you created space for what you want this year? Have you created space for the transformation and the changes and the new things that you want to manifest? And I want to start with that before we get into readings. Hi, Kim. Welcome. Hi, Allison. Because I think that's so important. And so when you guys come on and you're wanting a reading right away, that's great. But what it does is it sends out a frequency and a vibration of need and of even if you don't feel desperate, of wanting, which wanting indicates a lack of, right? Sorry guys, I have my one eyelash is bothering me. It's on kind of funny today. So what I want to encourage all of you and leave you with before we get into readings is make sure it's not too late, even though it's after the first. Make sure that you guys are creating space for what you're wanting this year, whether that means connecting with your loved ones, being more focused on, the spiritual side of things, or manifesting relationship or love or job or money or health. Make sure you've created space for it, because these things can only manifest when we create space. So if you have a garbage can and it's full and you haven't emptied it, and you have more trash that you need to clean out before you can do anything else with that space, don't you need to empty the trash can first, right? So make sure you're creating space. This is my little New Year's message to you before we get started. I spent weeks on this with my clients, helping them to create space for what they wanted. That also means mental, emotional space, not just physical. Okay. So make sure that you are forgiving, that you're letting go of. And that means letting go of things having to be the way you want them to be, because that allows God, source, spirit, the universe, your angels, your guides to actually provide for you in the ways that make you feel the way you're wanting to feel with what you desire. Okay. And it doesn't always happen the way you think. So that's the first thing. Then the second thing is trust, believe, and have faith that things are always working out for you. And know that no matter how things seem, um, hi Anne, make sure that you trust and believe that things are always working out for you, because things might not always work out the way our mind wants them to or thinks they should to give us what we want, but they will always work out in your best interest. Okay. Last thing before we get into readings, okay, is that, and make sure that the desire for a reading isn't overpowering the desire to hear what I'm saying, because this is coming from spirit, guys. These are important messages. And the responsibility is really yours. The readings are just assets to help you and to validate you and to support you. But the real work is yours and yours alone. And the real creation comes from within you. So it's your job to work on the inner work. Okay. And in the trusting and the believing things are working out, and the understanding that everything is in process, don't get too caught up in, like, when I give readings today and I'm telling you I see a 6-month time span or this date, just remember, hi Debbie, Chrissy and Samantha, welcome. Just remember that everything is always in process. And this is something else I worked with my clients on for weeks before New Year's. Everything is a process. So if things don't seem to be working out the way you want, just remember that's your ego saying, I don't think things are working out the way they should to get what I want. But everything is working out for you. And so if you allow things to go through their process, things do work out for the better. Okay. So thank you for listening to that, because that stuff is really important. Um, Along with the readings, I feel like a lot of times people just take the readings and they go running with them, and they don't remember that this is your responsibility. So when I give readings today, spirit will guide me to whoever they want me to do the readings for, even though I want to read for all of you. Spirit knows best. And just keep in mind that with my readings come instruction, things that they want you to do, because spirit can't, you have free will. So spirit can only do what you ask and what's in permission, your permission. And spirit is also working with you. So they will help you go through the process, not necessarily give you what you want immediately. Okay. Um, One last thing and then we'll get going. Well, two last things. Number one, if you are a Facebook user, thank you for the little hearts. I love the little smiley face with hearts. If you are just coming up as Facebook user, please make sure you either put your name in the comments so I know who to refer to you as and spirit can guide me that way. Thank you, Stace. But also, if Stace has the instructions that she posts for you guys throughout this. If you're logging on as Facebook user, please make sure, if you want me to see who you are and you want to comment with your name up there, make sure you log in through StreamYard. It is free. If you are watching through YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and then I will be able to see you and you'll be able to comment. Okay. All right. Last thing, I have a few spaces left in the Meet Your Spirit guides. So, if you need to connect with me or you like this and you want to follow me, you can find my Facebook page, Larkin, Psychic Medium Spiritual Interpreter. It's up here. Stace has it posted. My website is larkinsreadings.com, and I do have a Meet Your Spirit Guides event. So if you want to meet your spirit guides because they want to officially introduce themselves to you and you want to learn to connect with them personally on your own, I have about a fourth of the spaces left for the January 20th event. So make sure you watch the video pinned to my Facebook page on top to make sure you know what it's about. And then I have limited spaces because everybody will get a reading from their spirit guides and get introduced to them. Okay. So for those of you wanting to meet your spirit guides, that is available for you as well. Okay. Hi, Sana, welcome. And Barbara. Oh my goodness. Okay. So let me see where spirit's going to take me here. I'm going to try as usual to be as efficient as I can, but I'm also thorough. Okay, so on free Facebook online readings, the readings are shorter. So we're trying to be very not abrupt, very efficient, but accurate. And that's hard for me because I'm thorough. So I do my best. Just follow where spirit takes me. Hi, Tracy and Allison. Yay, Debbie. I know, I'm so glad you're going to come to the Meet Your Spirit Guides event. That's going to be amazing. Okay, so let's see here. Let me Scroll back up. Thank you, Leanne. These messages are important, guys. So, I'm glad if you appreciate them. That's great. Okay. Um, do, 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 do. Just scrolling back here to see where, so, um, so Anne, I see that you were the very first thing was you wanted a reading and from your Uncle Steve. So we're gonna go ahead and start with you. I want to just remind you, just because of the energy and the a lot of times when people it's good to get on there and to message and let me know you want a reading, but I also want to make sure that when you walk away with your reading that you understand there's going to be more coming through than you probably even realize. So connecting to your uncle is important, but also the message that comes through and the fact that as you connect with a loved one, an angel or a spirit guide, what also happens is that you will have a stronger connection with that soul. Okay, so make sure as we're doing the reading, you might even be able to feel or sense him. You might get chills. And what will happen is when you walk away from this reading, you will be able to interact and connect with your Uncle Steve and others even better because of the interaction that we had here. Okay, so keep that in mind that it doesn't end here. It's not just what you hear here. The reading is meant to go ongoing. Also, sometimes things come up that you might not know or you don't have validation for yet, or maybe you think, oh, Larkin, that doesn't make sense. But spirit has me now to talk to you, right? So a lot of times that validation or something that you find or something that comes up will pop up later. It just in chronological time it has to come through now. Okay. Um let's see, my Uncle Steve, I miss him very much. My Uncle Steve was my best friend. Um let's see. So, and is this something that is his passing something that happened fairly recently? Let me know. I want to make sure I'm connecting as his energy's coming in. I want to make sure the information that's starting to unfold is correct and is validated and matches up with him. Um, I'm getting that I'm getting the word fresh. So this seems to be I see you, Anne. Um, so I'm getting that this is something fairly did he pass fairly recently? Now, time-wise, understand they are beyond time and space, but I'm getting that this was fairly a recent thing. And let's see. Um, so I'm also seeing different things about location. Um, he is, let's see. He's coming forward. I'm also getting a tingly sensation in my tongue. Um, So that means several different things to me usually. That can be I don't get like always the same signs for every spirit that comes through, but different spirits will and souls will try to communicate with me through certain things. So oftentimes that means that they're really wanting to speak to you and communicate and to talk with you. And from what I'm getting from your vibration and energy, that March 13th, okay. Um, so there's something recent then going on. So since my tongue is starting to tingle, that might just mean that he's been trying to get through to you recently, because obviously in our chronological time, it has not been a recent passing. But my tongue is really tingling. And did you guys used to talk a lot? Because what he's telling me is that he's been trying to get through and communicate to you and trying to have more of a conversation. So I also think it's in a way that is something that you should be able to hear with your clair ears. So oftentimes what they show me is what your strengths are for communicating with your loved one. And oftentimes that means your your strength and or the way they're trying to get through to you. So what I'm getting is that he's been trying to get through to you in forms of conversation, and he's showing me all different ways in which he's trying to do this. So you can let me know if this relates to you, because if not, I'll try to explain it in a different way. He's showing me like kneeling down by you, sitting by you, walking next to you, sitting next to you, um, and really in a way that it's almost like a face-to-face level where he's just trying to say, "I'm here. I'm here with you. I haven't gone anywhere, and you're doing just fine. You're doing just fine." Um, and actually, the pain of the loss has actually caused a lot of your own inner growth. Like, he's showing me that even though it's been uncomfortable and painful, that you're also learning to shift into your power. He says that um you feel as though you could really be yourself and you guys could have frank, honest conversations. And you felt like he was someone that really got you. And that's part of what you really miss. You felt like he knew and accepted you for who you are. And that is something that you don't always trust in the world. And so, no matter what it was, whether it was something that you were going through or something that otherwise you might be ashamed of, you could honestly and openly talk to him, and because you felt he knew and understood you, there wasn't, like shame, embarrassment, discomfort. You felt like you could always get his honest advice and feedback. I also see that you guys shared a sense of humor. Let me know if that's right or not. That you got his humor and he got yours. And there were things that you felt that you guys could really connect and communicate about. Now, I do see that I'm scanning and asking him for soul family connection. I do see that you guys are in the same soul family, and it's one of the reasons that you felt the soul bond that you did. Oftentimes, when we feel deep, strong, um, our best feeling human personality bonds, like relatives or friends or whatever, also indicates that we have a soul connection, and you guys had a very strong soul connection, and you still do. What is the meaning of the white shirt? I'm seeing him, I believe this is him I see a white button down shirt. Um, is there some validation for that? Or something, is that significant in some way? I'm seeing like just a plain white shirt. Um, And let's see, I'm trying to see what else he's doing here. Um, so what he wants you to do is yep, okay. Um, let's see. And then I'm also seeing something about his hair. Was he bald or going balding? Was he losing his hair? Because I'm seeing a couple versions of him. Um, and a lot of times what they do is they show up either in the best versions of themselves, the way that they were and want to be remembered, and or they show up in the version that you remember. The other thing is that, so he wants you to start, when you think that you are hearing him, when you're having a conversation with him or you're talking to him or you're missing him, know that he's there. If you feel warmth or you feel chills, know that he's there. And he's always showing me he's like right beside you. Or sometimes he'll show up, like if you're talking to him, he says he'll show up kind of like in front of you as though you guys were having a conversation, like you guys used to have a conversation face to face. And he just keeps, he already knows how to connect with you, but you need to relearn how to connect with him. And what I'm getting is it's going to be feeling and it's going to be hearing. So getting that auditory connection. So what I want to leave you with here is that it's going to be trust. You have to trust yourself. Hi Barbara, hi Facebook users. Hi Tracy. Let's see. Siobhan? Siobhan, I think I'm saying that wrong. Welcome. Um no, okay. So what I want you to take from this, Anne, is that he wants you to be able to trust what you're hearing and trust that that is him trying to talk to you. He's trying to keep things very simple. Hi Allison. um he had hair, okay. Because he's showing me a couple different versions of himself, so that might be someone else trying to come through that's showing me a balding head. That's what tends to happen, is people tend to piggyback, and I have to sort out, which is why I ask this. So hear him and trust that, that the first answer, and this is what you really need to pay attention to, Anne, the first response you get back. So let's say you say, okay, Uncle Steve, like, what should I do about this or whatever? He will answer you, and he will answer you immediately. His voice will be the one you hear before you start thinking. Okay. So as soon as your thoughts start coming in, that you questioning your own thoughts in your head, but that first answer is going to be him coming through to you. Okay. So that's very important. And he loves you very much, but know that he passed at the right time. He passed when he chose. And he says that you're just going to continue to step into your power. And you don't need him in physical form as a best friend to do that. You're doing it anyway. And he is still there for you. Okay. So let me know if that makes sense. You're going to do just fine. And you're going to have a lot of growth and opportunities this year, is what he's telling me. Okay, Anne, please let me know if that makes sense to you. Okay. And also know, guys, it doesn't matter how long a person has passed. They're still there with you just like they would have been. Okay. They're still, time doesn't, hi, Pam White. Welcome. Time does not affect their time with you. Okay. Hi, Lisa Gilmore. Don't forget, guys, Stace has instructions for those of you up there that are coming in as Facebook users if you'd like me to see who you are. Okay. Barbara Duffy, let's see here. I'm drawn to you right now. This is important here. Would love to know, should I continue with spiritual path in 2024? Okay, so first of all, Barbara, you depending on and then I see you also said would love my sister to come through with a message of guidance. Okay, so let's sort of combine that. Let's see here. I'm gonna work off of the connecting to your sister. So I'm working on tuning into her right now. And oh, okay, so she popped in very quickly. Would love to know to continue your path of 2024. So first of all, I'm going to say this because I'm not exactly sure of the context in which you mean the question. Your whole life is your spiritual path. So the idea of being on a spiritual path or not being on a spiritual path is actually a human-made concept. You are always on a spiritual path. Your whole evolution is, you are a soul that is evolving. Okay, that is what you are. You are an evolving soul. So whether you're atheist, agnostic, whatever religion you are or not, it doesn't matter. You are on a spiritual path. Okay. And I think that one of the things that is important, and this will lead us into your reading with your sister, because your sister will speak and share the same guidance that spirit guides will, that angels will, that other past loved ones will, because when they're not here incarnate and they don't have the egoic mind, they are in touch with source all of the time. Okay. So this is like, really important for people to be aware of. So her guidance would be the same for you. Yours, the direction or where you're heading with your life or your spiritual path should be based on your intuition, not what anyone is telling you, but really getting in touch with your own intuition. That means following your bliss, following what your gut feeling is. So if you're having questions about your spiritual path, perhaps there are things that you are wanting to look into, or you're wanting to expand, or you're wanting to learn. Follow your bliss with that, because the spiritual path is of higher vibration, right? So to follow a more spiritually inclined path or life is always going to be the higher vibration. That means less worry. That means less stress. That means don't follow the worry and thoughts of stress and worry. Follow the thoughts and focus of love, of forgiveness, of giving, of gratitude, of kindness. That will automatically raise you up. So if you have an inclination to try something, or to maybe your spiritual path says you need to be more creative, or it's walking in nature, spending time in and with nature is always a spiritual path. Okay. Yeah. Overthinking is ego. Overthinking is the opposite of your spiritual path. Okay. And let me correct myself, because your spiritual path isn't always going to feel good, guys. Your spiritual path is your journey to evolution. So sometimes that spiritual path means you're caught up in ego and you're overthinking, because that's why you're here in this world. Okay. And your sister's like going like this. She's like rooting this on, because she knows that you care about that and that you're focused on that. And she said you've always had that intuitive inclination and that awareness that there was something just beyond what you were thinking. Whether you're consciously really aware of that or not, she says that was always really a part of you, and that you always had that special connection to spirit. So, the overthinking is the opposite of spirit, right? The overthinking is ego. It's whatever's programmed in that 95% of your mind that you're unaware of. So even just asking, should I continue on my spiritual path in 2024? Should is an egoic word. That's your ego questioning you, trying to make you doubt yourself. Just what is your bliss? What do you wish to do? What makes you feel joyful, more secure? What brings you those higher vibrational feelings, and allow it to guide you. Now, I will give you some spiritual guidance really that applies to everyone that's in human form with an egoic mind. And this is something your sister understands now that she's on the other side. Okay. And that is that if it's either ego or it's consciousness. If it's consciousness, you're on the more spiritual side of things, because you are an eternal soul before you were born that is pure consciousness. And you will be an eternal soul after this lifetime. This lifetime is just a pit stop. That's all it is. So when we get caught up in our thinking, we're caught up in this temporary situation, what we've been programmed, how we grew up, what our language dictates, what our belief systems are. All of those go away when you cross back over into non-physical. They're all gone. So for your sister, that's all gone. They're not even there anymore. Okay. So she can see all of that. So that's something to keep in mind. So, pursue a spiritual path. It obviously brings you joy and interest. But follow your intuition. What is your first gut feeling? What is your first intuition? What is calling your soul? What would bring you joy this year? Okay, that's where your spiritual path kind of pulls you along, and then you'll navigate the rivers of life that way. Okay. If you have more specific questions about that I'm not getting through this, let me know and I'm happy to answer them. But that is coming through to me very clearly. Um, and so, yeah, so basically I'm going to leave you with this advice as well from your sister. So your sister wants you to, she wants you to not be so serious about everything. Let's see. Wants to make sure, wait, what was the one about spirit? Hold on here. Stace, can you bring that one back? I didn't see that one here about serving spirit. Sorry. Love to know whether I will be able to continue serving spirit. Oh, okay. So let me, okay, I see. Sorry, Debbie. Yes, we'll get to you. You're always able to continue serving spirit. I'm just going to throw that out there so I don't forget and lose that message, but I need to finish up here with Barbara. But uh that's a great question, guys. Are you serving spirit? I know I'm intermixing these messages here, but that's okay. You're always able to serve spirit, guys. You are spirit. You are spirit. So if you are the best version of yourself, and you were working on your inner self, and you are grateful, and you offer forgiveness, and you are kind, you are serving spirit. So the answer, Debbie, is yes. And really when we're talking about your spiritual path, Barbara, that goes for you too. Yes. So you doubt your own gifts. Exactly. So what your sister's telling me is that you worry too much and you overthink things, but she wants to see you having some more joy and having some more lightheartedness and not worrying so much. Okay? Because the doubt comes from where? Your ego, right? The doubt is nothing but ego. So doubt is mind keeping you from getting outside of your comfort zone. So your sister's wanting to remind you, you got to get out of your comfort zone and it's okay. And I am with you the whole way. I'm behind you. I'm cheering you on. She can see things now that she couldn't see before. And she can see that, you know, this whole thing unfolds as a process. She can see why we go through challenges. She can see all of those things. Okay. So this is very important. And Barbara, please just know that, if I tell everybody this because this always comes through for spirit in every reading. If you want to connect with your loved ones, angels or spirit guides more, journal, write to them. The reason is because this will strengthen your ability to validate that it's really them, that you're talking to them, that they are present with you. And the more you do that, the more you're going to find that you can differentiate, just like I'm doing for you here, between your own thoughts and what they are telling you. Okay. Now, if you, Barbara, if you want to join our Meet Your Spirit Guides group, I don't mean to be marketing myself here, guys, but spirit guides want to work with you. And if you are having a spiritual path that you're aware of and you're wanting to work on, this is the best way to do it because your spirit guides help you in every aspect of life. You don't need them to talk to your sister, Barbara, but they help you through the struggles you're talking about, the doubts and the comforts. So if you want, I have a few spaces left in that. If you want to, find me on my Facebook page or at larkinsreadings.com and join. That event is January 20th. It will help you guys to connect to spirit. Okay. So get on there before all the spaces are gone. I want you guys to not just depend on us for readings. I want you guys to be able to trust your own intuition and your own spirit team. Okay. All right. So, Barbara, your sister loves you very much and she's there. So keep talking to her and connecting to her. After this reading, your connection with her will be stronger. Okay. You'll have an easier connection with her that you are aware of. Regan says, beautiful reading. Let's see. I want to read this here. I guess I can't select. Beautiful reading. Love how you read in the time, space, and the way that you explain. Thank you, Regan. I appreciate that very much. I feel like I get super wordy, but it's hard to be thorough and get all of this translated at the same time. So I appreciate that. Let's see. So, thank you, Siobhan. I feel like I'm saying your name wrong. Okay, so oh gosh, there's so many people I want to get to here. Okay, hold on. There's somebody up here I have to get to, and then let's see. Carisha, welcome. Hello. Let's see. Okay. Hold on, guys. I'm looking for something. Spirit's been having me scroll up here. Okay. I wish I could say this right. I'm just gonna call you O'Rourke right now because I don't think I'm saying your first name right, and I apologize for that. So, Debbie, yeah. So Debbie, I know you're gonna be in the Spirit Guides group. And I think I already answered this question. Will you be able to continue serving spirit? Yes, absolutely you will, and you already are using those principles: the gratitude, the forgiveness, and the kindness, and working on your inner self. So you are doing that. That's excellent. So I want to, Spirit's asking me to come through for, again, Siobhan, I know I'm saying your name wrong, so I'm calling you O'Rourke. And I want to connect you with your mom here. Let's see here. So I can't select a message myself, but, let's see, I'm connecting with her here. So there's actually a few souls coming through for you. Is this the woman? Did she have Shivan? Oh, thank you. Siobhan. Okay, thank you so much, Stace. Wow, that's a beautiful name. I never would have got that right. Oh, so sorry. Thank you. Um, so Siobhan, there are actually several souls coming through for you. Um, is your mother, is she the one? Um, Thank you. Is she the one? Does she have like dark wavy or dark curly hair? Um, because she's one of the souls stepping forward first, actually for you. And I get this really warm, loving embrace energy. Yes, okay. She's stepping forward like I have chills, which means that her presence is in my electromagnetic energy, and it usually means it's in your electromagnetic energy if I get chills from that. Um Okay, wavy hair, yeah. So she's stepping forward literally like as though she's hugging you, embracing you. And so you should be able to feel that. That's probably why I'm also feeling the chills, is her coming forward in your electromagnetic energy to give you a hug. One of the things that spirit likes to show me, since it's easy for them to come through to you, even though you have to relearn how to communicate with them, is that she tries to come through to you in a very sensory way. She tries to come through to you with sense, with feelings. She's always trying to give you a hug or rub your back or put her hand on your shoulder or squeeze your hand. She tries to be very sensory with you just to let you know that she's there. And she does say, even when you're not sure of it or you're not totally aware consciously that that's what it is, she does feel that you can sense her. And oh gosh, I'm also seeing, I can't make out exactly what it is she's doing. I see her with a lot of little things like I don't know if this is past or something you did with her, but I see her with like boxes, like wrapping all these boxes, almost like she's sitting around and she had all these things that she had to finish or wrap or do. And I see that I don't want to use the term busy because for me, busy means a negative thing. It means like you're working really hard, but you're not getting a lot done. Um, but I see her actually working on a lot of little things. She had a shop. Okay. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Because I see her surrounded by all these little things and doing all these tasks with these items and wrapping up what looks like gift boxes and things like that. Oh my God, no way. She's boxes in boxes. Yes, yes, that's what she's doing. Okay, this is amazing. I love this because, guys, I don't have a clue about this stuff. I don't know any of this until they show me. And then I have to try to translate it. And sometimes it doesn't come out accurate at first because I'm trying to put the frequency together. But that's what she's showing me. So she actually is okay. So that's validation for her. Oh, you okay. That's why I see boxes. That's great. Okay. So oh my God, I love this, and I love her. But anyway, so that's what I see. So she's completely surrounded by these little boxes that she's wrapping up beautifully, and she had really beautiful taste there. And I think that for you was for her wanting to verify for you that she is really her here, that she's the one really talking to me. And then let's see. I love that. Okay, that makes sense. No plastic. So I don't see any plastic here. I see like these, I don't know what you'd call, I don't want to call them green or biodegradable, but basically environmentally friendly things, paper and boxes around. Just lovely. Now, what she's telling me here is, because I'm trying to be thorough but efficient today, what she's showing me is that, you know, you often are wondering, like, well, just wondering about her. And if you want to know what it is she's doing, is she happy? Is she doing things now? She's actually doing very similar things now. What she was doing with her shop um was actually a soul gift. It was something she enjoyed to do as a soul anyway that she brought into the work she did through her store. lovely as my life got very difficult after she died. Yes, she can see that and she wants to bring that up for you. And what she wants you to know is what she's doing. She's still continuing to give and to serve in a very similar way that she actually did here. And this is so cool. I've never seen a soul do this. She's actually saying she's basically doing the same things up there in heaven. She's basically, I didn't know that they did this. So this is where I learned things from souls as well. She wraps up, and I knew that we're all given gifts. So when we go through this garden before we're born, where our soul is preparing our cosmic memory and what we're going to remember in this life and what we're going to bring with us as far as our soul personality and who we're going to remember and recognize, those are all forms of gifts. And our loved ones and our soul family and our spirit guides are able to give us gifts before we incarnate that we bring here to this world. Those gifts can be things like, you know, a physical ability or beautiful hair or kindness or an ability to make people laugh. These are all qualities and traits and things that they can bestow upon us upon our birth in an incarnation. And one of the things she's showing me is, and I've got such chills because she's loving that I'm able to share this and that she's teaching me this as well. She wraps these gifts up in packages. She actually wraps them in these beautiful, angelic, ethereal packages. So what she was doing here in this world is essentially a different version of what she's actually doing in heaven. Okay. And that's really neat. And this is also interesting too, because what she's wanting to tell me and trying to show me is, and I hope I can put this in the right words, because there really aren't words for some of these things. What she's trying to show me too is that she also gave you um some some gifts, and that you were given a lot of these gifts before you came to earth, just like everyone has their own unique gifts that they're given. And you know, she says that, you have never quite, healed from this. You're still going through this healing process of her passing. But she also wants you to know that no matter how it feels to us in human form, when a person passes, we actually experience in our pain. I know this is hard to believe and understand, guys, but this is true. In our pain and our grief comes some of our greatest strengths, growth and evolution, and some of our gifts that we came with are triggered to awaken. And so she wants you to know that no matter how much harder life has been since she has passed, that this is not the end of the road, though. That doesn't mean that, okay, she's passed, and so boom, now your life has dropped off, and from now on, it's going to be difficult. Her passing, as you process what the pain of the loss that you feel in the passing, as you work through it in a healthy way, you will also come out the other side and you will actually benefit. So, guys, believe it or not, we end up learning and growing and benefiting in a process as we pass and leave other people in this world. And as they pass from our world, that pain is an opportunity for growth and awakening. And nothing is ever lost because you're going to see her again. You're going to be with her again. Right? Remember, this life is just a pit stop. And if we didn't go through the pain and the agony, we also wouldn't be forced to go through our own processes of growth and awakening and discovering some of those gifts. And this is coming from your mom. Like, she's teaching me this in a different way as well. She wants you to understand this. Okay. And she wants you to get to, the other side isn't going to be an end either, but that's part of your evolution. She's trying to encourage you to get to the other side of that. So she wants me to ask you a couple of things. Number one, how can you find the aspects of her that reside still with you, that you can now apply to your life, that will partially blossom and grow in the space that she left, that is part of her that she has left to give to the world, but it's you. It's like going to come through you now. Okay, because there's a part of her in you that now can blossom in the world. But she says that can't blossom until you work through a part of that grief. Okay, does this make sense? So she says you're ready to discover that, but there's something you're holding back. And I believe what she's showing me it is that you're feeling like in that moving forward that you're losing her more, that you're going farther from her. So in holding yourself back, your ego is feeling like it's staying closer to her and holding on to her. But the truth is that her physical form is now moved on. And so you can't hold on to that version of her that was here. But the true version of her that was actually her real self here wants to connect with you and work through you and with you in bigger ways, okay, by bringing out that version of you. But in order to do that, you got to move on to that next step of grief, okay, and move past that. Does that make sense? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Her son is in my care and his autism. So this is where some of your gifts are going to be coming out that you don't realize that you have. Okay. So this is where there's a whole aspect that I'm seeing that in this year and next year, you're going to be discovering that are strengths and abilities that you have that actually you can help him with. And in doing this, you are going to be growing and expanding and you're going to become very strong. Okay. So she wants you to know that. She also wants you to know that you're stronger than you think you are. Okay. Let's see. So, difficult times. I want to leave you with these thoughts because I know I have a few people I want to get on within the next 15 minutes. Um, these these times are not going to last forever. Okay, hard times cannot last forever. And so, let's see. You say she was brokenhearted, and so am I brokenhearted. Yeah. Um, okay, but you don't have the same road. That's the thing. That's your mind telling you that. And so that's that barrier that she said that you have, that she was trying to indicate to me that there's a barrier. That's the barrier. The barrier is your belief that you have the same road. Just because he is in your care and you're in the situation that she was trying to cope with, that you're now coping with, does not mean it is the same road. You are creating the road. You create the road. Okay. Every obstacle is an opportunity. And what you choose to do with it is your choice. The hard part here is taking the part of you that was maybe her or would have done the things you want to do, maybe what she would have done or what she would have wanted you to do, and taking that to the next level, taking that to the next version, right? Maybe one person gets to the end of a cliff and they're like, I don't know how to walk, or I don't know how to, I'm afraid to skydive. I don't know how to mountain climb, and there's no bridge. I don't know how to get across. But maybe that next person comes along and has grown wings because they've evolved from what they learned and gained from that last person. Okay. That's you. You're the one coming across with wings. So you may feel like you're walking the same footpath, but you don't have to walk the same path. Right? So all of us, if we go hiking or camping or take a walk, we're not all going to have the same feet, the same shoes, the same energy, the same gait, the same way of walking. One of us might go around a route this way, and another one might go around a route that way. But you have to get out of the egoic framework that is your comfort zone right now for thinking. And your mom believes that you will do that. But what she wants you to do is to let go of the old ways that make you feel closer to her on this path that she thinks are maybe the things you can let go of that are no longer serving that path. And you need to sort that out. So some of that path that she was already walking, you're going to be walking. Okay. That is going to be useful to you. But you have to discern which ones you need to disregard. Okay, because some of these you need to disregard and you need to actually move on with. Okay, you need to create a new version of that. And she wants you to do that, and she gives you permission to do that. Okay, Siobhan, please let me know if that is helpful. I can only say so much and share with them through the readings. It is up to you when you get off of here to do the hard work on your own, to go ahead and apply exactly what I'm saying that she has shared with you. And she will support that. But spend silent time with her, journal with her. She wants you to come up with new and better versions of how she was dealing with the situation. Okay. You're welcome, Siobhan. Thank you so much. And Stace, again, thank you for helping me pronounce her lovely name. All right. This is very important. And don't forget, Siobhan, you have a stronger connection to her now. Okay. So you'll be able to interact with her. If you feel like you're having trouble hearing her or whatever, sensing her, journal to her and it will get stronger. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Angel, welcome. Let's see. Catherine Newkirk, are you still here? I'm being guided to respond to you here. Hi, Allison Roper, welcome. Catherine Newkirk, please let me know if you're still here. Let's see. Allison Roper, yes, your partner is around. You need to sit quietly and just your first intuitive feelings, just sense that he's there. He is there with you, okay? He's there with you. Whenever you think about him and talk about him, he is there. So Catherine, wonderful. Okay. So, hi, Angel. Guys, I'm trying to get to as many as I can here. Let's see. 1 second here. Let's see. I'm going to, Lisa Geimer, I'm going to try to get to you about your daughter as well. Okay. So don't let me forget. So, Catherine, let's see. If there is, hi, Maria, some more specific guidance that you're looking for, let me know. I see, I see a lot of opportunities actually coming your way this year, Catherine. I'm also seeing that several of them are going to be unexpected. They're not things that you're necessarily expecting. Let's see. Hi, Kim. And the opportunities coming are things you wouldn't necessarily be looking for. They have to do with security, situation, with money. Okay, finding a job. Yep, I see that. Job stuff is in there. But what it looks like is happening is, and this is your spirit guides are chiming in very loud here, is that, yeah, unexpected gifts. Yes, I know. I love unexpected gifts too, as long as they're the ones you want, right? Um, but what I'm seeing here, your spirit guides are actually pointing to, is you need to be listening more to your spirit guides, because what they've been showing you that this is an area of struggle, but you're basing that, let me know if this makes sense. You're basing what you're looking for and what you're trying to find off of an old egoic comfort zone, okay? But that's leading you down an old path where there's a lot of like slow dead energy there. And that there are you need to do some letting go, and some clearing out. You need to make energy and space for something new to come in. Okay. So if you want the right job fit and you want something that's going to bring you all these aspects of a job that you're looking for, okay, first of all, you have to trust in the process and you have to trust it's going to happen. Second of all, your spirit guides are telling me that you think you're doing all the things you need to in order to manifest this, a job that would be desired and bring you kind of a new situation, but that there's some things you're not letting go of, and that you're hanging on to some things, some limitations. They're showing me them as limitations, that you're hanging on to some aspects of a job that you don't realize you're setting these limitations for yourself, but it's blocking job opportunities from coming your way because you have like these requirements and these limitations that are really not necessary. Okay. So, you need to go in, and again, if you want to join my Meet Your Spirit Guides group, go to my Facebook page and watch the December 2nd video I have pinned. And I'm wearing this plaid shirt. I only have a few spaces left, but you can register at larkinsreadings.com if you want to speak to your spirit guides on your own, if you want to meet them. Because what they're showing me is, and if you don't, just listen really closely to the advice here on this reading, okay? Because what they're showing me is you need to go in and you need to be radically honest with yourself. You need to sit down and say, okay, what have I not forgiven? What have I not let go of? What am I hanging on to that I think depicts a version of me that I want to be? Because what you think you're looking for and what's actually going to bring you what the outcome that you're wanting in this job are two very different things. And so you are going to have to get out of your comfort zone. I hate to tell you. But on the other side of that is going to be some great opportunities. And I actually, you're going to have to also switch the arena that you're following for a job, and um the things that you're dead set on doing, that you have a way of doing them and this is how it needs to be done, they're showing me you need to let go of some of that as well. Okay, so it's time for some of this old energy to go out. And this is the year of the dragon. So this is a great year to do that. It's a great year to work on the abundance, to work on transformation, to work on being brave and getting out of those comfort zones. This is the year to do it because that energy is there. Okay. Yes. Awesome. Okay, let me know if that helps. I do see, this next year, if you get through that transformation and you do your part in those things, you're going to be surprised. You're going to end up with a job you didn't even know existed that you're going to love. Okay? Now I want to how do you let go? Okay, so that's something your spirit guides can help you with. You need to start with just sitting down. You can journal. You need to be radically honest. You need to go deep within your inner self and find out what are you hanging on to first. And then the answer to how do you let go? Well, let's see. Here's a pair of glasses, right? I'm going to show you that again. Here's a pair of glasses. That's how you let go. That's very hard for people. We are not trained to do that. You don't have to work hard to let go. You don't have to do any fancy things to let go. You just let go. And then don't think about it. People say, oh, I can't stop my thoughts. You are actually in charge of your thoughts. You're just not aware of it. So you let go, the thoughts pop back in. You just say, okay, I let that go. And everything's working out for me. I let that go. If you replace that thought with I let that go, you've let it go. Okay. It's letting go is hard because it's so easy. Now I have like 4 minutes left. And what I need to do here is, hold on here. I want to make sure I did not mix this up. Were there two people on here wanting to talk to their daughter? Yeah. Let's see. Carisha, yes, your husband and your daughter are around you. Let's see. Still roaming. Oh, and your 15-year-old daughter. Your husband is around you. I do see your daughter's energy. I want to give you more of a reading too if you want to come back next week, because I don't have time to get into all this in depth. Yes, he is around you. He's very, very close to you guys. I'm going to quick do this, and I want to get to the other person that's missing her daughter here too. You need to your daughter needs to get into some things that give her another dimension of life that sort of fill in the space she feels is missing. Okay. You're welcome, Catherine. Without her dad, she needs to do some things that are physical and being shown, movement. It will help change her brain and body chemistry because she needs to experientially, and this is the key word here I'm getting, experientially have a shift now in her life. She's had a traumatic shift in losing her father, and now she needs to have that. You're going to have to help her create a not traumatic, a shift in experiential shift so that she can start to experience life with a different perspective, and that will help her move on. Okay. So Carisha, this is really, really important. We can do more next week if you want to come back. There's somebody else I have to get to on here too, but that's very important that he wants to do that. And he is talking to you, Carisha, and he is giving you guys guidance. Just quiet your mind so you can hear it intuitively. You'll know what it is. Okay. Let's see here. Um, Kaz, let's see, and I've got Lisa and Kaz. Okay, I need to do this quick here. Oh my gosh. Lisa, can you just to help me speed this up so I don't have to sort out all the vibration, can you give me a name and age, please, Lisa, of your daughter? Their energy's coming through. I want to make sure I can bring her through more quickly. And Kaz, yes, your daughter is around you. She is around you and she sees that you're struggling. Um, let's see. Oh, I will be here next Tuesday again at 4 my time, 9 your time as well. Um, I just want to make sure that I can get everybody on here. 18. Okay. Let's see here. But she is there, Carisha. So, 18, okay. Let's see. So I actually see like sort of medium length hair here. Let me know if is that Kira coming through here. And then oh, beautiful eyes. Beautiful taste in see her in a beautiful blouse, like a beautiful, lovely blouse. She's just saying right now, yeah, so she can get through easily. She's like, "Mom, I'm here and I love you." And let's see. Yeah, dark hair, yeah. Beautiful eyes. So I know, Carisha. Yeah. So Carisha, yeah, that was your husband that came through. It was your husband, Carisha, that was coming through for you and your daughter. Okay, so hopefully you got that. So Lisa, and so she's just saying, like, I'm sorry, Mom, and I'm right here, and I'm just fine, and I'm doing better than you. She's literally saying, I'm doing better than you. Because she's fine. I mean, if you go back, Carisha, and listen to the reading, you'll see I was talking about from your husband to the two of you. It was him talking, giving you advice for your daughter. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Allison. I want to read for your brother. I'm communicating right now for Lisa from her daughter Kira first. So I only have a couple minutes here. Uh-oh, it says an hour and 2 minutes. Okay. So Allison, yes, your brother is with you. And so Lisa, she's just basically telling you, because I know I have to get off here in a minute. She's telling you that she's okay and she's sorry and she's doing better than you. Okay. And she wants you to know she's okay and to not be so hard on yourself. She loves you and she is trying to connect with you. She's actually so she's back to her, her best version of her. She's happy and joyful. There is no regret on her side because she's in spirit and she's aware. So she's aware of things you're not aware of. Um, well, yeah, and there's no reason to be afraid of the other side because the other side is who you really are, right? This is not who you really are. This is a temporary version of you. So she was able to stay connected to that in her consciousness. And so she's fine. You're the one that's struggling because you're still in human form, right? And you're a parent. So you're going to feel guilt and stress and worry. Kaz, you can tell her. So this is for all of you guys, since I have to get off in a minute. Okay, this is for all of you. This is for Kaz. This is for Lisa. This is for Carisha. This is for all of you who have lost a loved one. You can speak to them, okay? You don't need me. They can hear you, see you, feel you, everything. It's your side that is learning to communicate with them that I try to help you do through readings because I want you guys to know how to do that for yourself, okay? But they can hear you. So whatever you want to tell them, they can feel how much you love them and they can hear you, okay? I am sorry, guys, that I have to get off. I ran over my hour. I wish I could stay on 2 or 3 hours, but I will be back here next week at 9 p.m. BST time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the US time here. And you can also find me on my Facebook page or on my website. And I will be back here next week to try to do as many readings as I can for all of you. Happy New Year, Stace. Thank you so much. I love you all. Thanks for letting me read for you. Bye-bye.